In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. পরম করুণাময়, অতিশয় দয়াবান আল্লাহর নামে শুরু করিলাম। বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম. Dear students and viewers, today again I am in my basic English class, and in the previous classes I discussed all the structures of present tense, all the structures of past tense, and also I discussed the structure of future indefinite tense. And today I am going to discuss the structure of future continuous tense, and future continuous tense is actually used to express an action that will be happening or occurring in future. I repeat, future continuous tense is actually used to express an action that will be happening or occurring in future. And the structure of future continuous tense is subject shall will be verb+ing object. And if the subject is I, the subject I would take shall be. Out of shall will be. It would be I shall be. And if the verb is eat, it would be I shall be eating rice. And instead of rice, easily we can use apple. That is, I shall be eating apple. I shall be eating banana. I shall be eating mango. Now, when the subject is you, let us take the verb play. You will be. You will be playing. You will be playing cricket. And we can also write you will be playing football. Now, when the subject is we, let us consider the verb enjoy. We shall be. I repeat, we shall be. When the verb is enjoy, we shall be enjoying. We shall be enjoying life. Now, instead of I or instead of we, I can use I. I shall be enjoying life. Then instead of we can use you. You will be enjoying life. I shall be enjoying life. We shall be enjoying life. Now, let us take the subject they. They will be. They will be. When the verb is build, it would be they will be building. They will be building life. They will be building career. Now, when the subject is he, it would be he will be. He will be. Let us consider the verb teach. He will be teaching. He will be teaching us. Now, when the verb is cook, if the subject is she, it would be she will be. She will be. She will be cooking food. Now, if the verb is rain, when the subject is eat, it would be it will be. It will be raining. It will be raining there. It will be raining there. That is, the action of rainfall will be continued. Now, if the verb is operate, it will be Sami will be operating. O-P-E-R-A-T-I-N-G. Sami will be operating computer. Now, dear viewers and students, I have made 8 sentences by using 8 structures, and I used 8 different types of verbs. And you can also make sentences by using the subject as per your requirement, and just you will insert the verb in the structure, and just by using the structure you will continue to make sentences. Now let us read the sentences. I shall be eating rice. Now, instead of I, here I can use you. You will be eating rice. We shall be eating rice. They will be eating rice. He will be eating rice. She will be eating rice. It will be eating rice. Sami will be eating rice. Now exactly like this, let us read the second sentence. You will be playing cricket. Now instead of you, I can use I. It would be I shall be playing cricket. We will be playing cricket. They will be playing cricket. He will be playing cricket. She will be playing cricket. It will be playing cricket. Sami will be playing cricket. That is, for every verb, we can insert the other subjects one by one. And by using the subject, by using the structure, we can continue to make sentences as per our requirement. That is, first set of verbs, I repeat, the first set has been completed successfully. Now, I am going to make sentences by using the second set like the previous time. Now, let us erase this portion and let us take verbs from this set. The first verb is explain. Then I shall be explaining. E-X-P-L-A-I-N-I-N-G. I shall be explaining the lesson. Now, dear everybody, instead of I can insert any subject from below. And by changing the subject, we can make new sentences. Say, I shall be explaining the lesson. Now I can say, you will be explaining the lesson. We shall be explaining the lesson. They will be explaining the lesson. He will be explaining the lesson. She will be explaining the lesson. It will be explaining the lesson. Sami will be explaining the lesson. Now, let us take the second verb, learn. You will be learning. You will be learning the lesson. You will be learning the lesson. Now here instead of you, we can use I. Then it would be I shall be learning the lesson. We shall be learning the lesson. They will be learning the lesson. He will be learning the lesson. She will be learning the lesson. It will be learning the lesson. Sami will be learning the lesson. That is, just by using the same structure, we can continue to make sentences one after another. Now let us consider another verb, make. We shall be baking. We shall be making plans. That is plural form of the word plan. These plans. We shall be making plans. Now, instead of we can use I. I shall be making plan. You will be making plan. They will be making plan. He will be making plan. She will be making plan. It will be making plan. Sami will be making plan. That is, the action will be happening in the future. I repeat, the actions shall be occurring in the future. Now, when the verb is have, they will be having. They will be having tea. They will be having meals. They will be having breakfast. This is how, by changing the object, we can make some new sentences. Now, let us consider this sentence. And by replacing the word they, we can also make sentences, new sentences. Say, he will be having tea. She will be having tea. It will be having tea. Sami will be having tea. I shall be having tea. You will be having tea. We shall be having tea. Now, any sentence can be turned into many sentences. Many new sentences we can form. Now, he will be. Now, let us take the verb wash. He will be washing. He will be washing hands. He will be washing plates. He will be washing utensils. That is, by using the new objects, we can make new sentences as per our requirement. And also we can change the subject whenever we need it. Just we need to depend on the same structure. And by inserting the verb, we will just convert the verb into verb-ing, verb-ing. That is, verb-ing form we would use, and we would be able to make new sentences. Now, she will be. If the feed, if the verb is feed, she will be feeding. She will be feeding us. Now, when the word storm, it will be storming. It will be storming there. It will be storming here. It will be storming violently. Now the word read, Sami will be reading. Sami will be reading books. Sami will be reading stories. Sami will be reading poems by changing the object. Now last sentence, let us make some more sentences. Instead of Sami I can write I shall be reading books. You will be reading books. We shall be reading books. They will be reading books. He will be reading books. She will be reading books. It will be reading books. Sami will be reading books. Now, in the previous classes I told that Sami actually represents any name of the word. Now, instead of Sami, we can use any name. It can be Jimmy will be reading books. Javi will be reading books. Lalon will be reading books. That is any name of the word we can use here instead of Sami. So, there are 8 subjects in our everyday life we use, and if we can master the art of using 8 subjects, and we will be able to make sentences as per our requirement. That is, whenever we need to express any incident that would be occurring in the future, we need to use this structure, and the structure is subject shall will be verb+ing the object, and by inserting the verb, by using the 8 subjects, we will continue to make sentences as per our requirement. Actually, future is an important part of our life. Future exists and we cannot avoid the actions of future. So, we need to know how to use the structures to express our future expression. Now, let us consider some sentences that are actually indispensable parts of our life. Say, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and it will continue to rise in the west, and also it will continue to set in the west. Now, if we make the sentences for future continuous tense, we can say that the sun will be rising in the east, it will be setting in the west. And exactly like this, the earth will be moving around the sun, and the sun will be giving us light. These are actually the parts of life, and mother will be calling us to feed us. Father will be working hard to feed us. These are actually the parts of our everyday life. Then we will also reading to acquire knowledge. We will be reading, I repeat, we will be reading attentively to acquire knowledge. We will be listening carefully to know something new. I will be explaining the lesson to help the students. I will be explaining the lessons to serve the mankind. That is, this is how, by using the structure of future continuous tense, we can express the action that is actually going to happen in the future time. That is, some incidents will be occurring or some incidents will be happening in the future. And this type of expression we will be expressing by using this structure. And actually, I think you would be able to make sentences by using the structure for the future incidents that would be occurring or that would be happening in the future. And actually, I have explained the structure clearly, and I do strongly believe that you would be able to make sentences by your own. And I'm not going to prolong my talking anymore. I'm actually willing to come with some more structures very soon. Until then, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.